thing. Okay, you should hear me now. Hello, everybody. Should be good. Okay, let me just see. Let me run it from the top. So, MCDJ ACDC, aka Classified. Hello. What's up, Braid? What's up, Casual Toy Collector? Hey, Cobra. And yeah, today we're gonna get some drawing and stuff done. Last time I did a stream, I did a jetpack concept thing, which I'll show you guys quickly for those of you that missed last week's stream, just to get us up to speed and for me to just warm up a little bit as soon as I can find it. Let's see, I know you guys are looking at a fun white screen at the moment. It's terribly fun. You know, I just worked on this the other day because I'd done some updates to it, because it's being sent out. Well, it's being prepared for actual 3D printing. So that's pretty cool. And so yeah, so that's pretty good. Okay, well, I will find it at some point. I don't want to waste time here. Hey, Ryan. Okay, I suspect everybody can hear me now. My audio check seems to be okay. I might make it a little bit louder. I noticed last time when I was doing the stream, it came through a bit soft. That kind of annoyed me. I'm going to put my desktop audio down. I just wanted to see if which is the best way to do this. Yeah, let's do it that way. Cool. Sweet, here we go. Okay, so let me warm up a bit. Let me put that away. Let me just see that everything's working. Hello world. Boom. Smiley face. I hope you guys all brought some G.I. Joes for this, because this is how today's game's gonna work. I am going to ask you guys to shout out the G.I. Joe that you got in your hand right now. And if I get more than, say, 1 or 2 or 3 of them, I will draw that guy. But I'm going to also redesign it. So it's going to be a bit of an interactive thing. Oh, how's it, Glenn? Hey, Eric. Hey, Liam. Hey, Cooper. And hello, Henry. Welcome to the stream. I will make sure that I don't have a potty mouth for this one. So let's get to it. Cool. What G.I. Joes have you guys got in your hands right now? Okay, so I got one for Cobra Commander. Casual Toy Collector says Cobra Commander. What else? Who else has got what? Eric, Liam, Cooper, Henry. Come, guys. I'm sure you got some Joes nearby. Because I've also got 1 or 2 on my side that I kind of want to do as well. Hey guys! Let me just bring him closer. Oh, that's already a spoiler to him. Okay, I brought 3 with me. They are in my hands now. And let's see, if we get enough from you guys, then I'll start. But I'm going to just start drawing. Zartan, I don't have a Zartan in hand. Darklan, Viper, Recondo, and Spirit. Ooh, somebody's got a scoop. Nice. Falcon, uh-oh. Cobra Trooper Soldier. Okay. Okay, so guys, I guess it's Zartan. Cool. Okay, so let's get a basic sort of head shape in for a Zartan. This is going to come through a little bit light for now, just getting a bit of a lay-in. I'm just going to do it from this angle. I think this could be fun. I'm going to give him a bit of a squarish jaw. I've also got a Zartan here. It's a Sideshow Zartan. It's always in my studio. It's my inspiration. But I got to say, that new 6-inch is looking pretty hot. I love it. Okay, let's see. Cool, Zombie Viper. Magnificent Kaboom! Hey, buddy! Ice, Whoopi Gold, St. Peter's. BURG! Got you. Love it. Okay, so I'm gonna do. I feel like doing Zartan in a bit of a toon style, as I'm like sort of. This is just sort of happening organically. So I want to kind of. Yeah, let's see if I can get him to look a bit. When I say toon, I don't mean Sunbow. I mean like kind of. You know what they did with Star Wars? That the Disney stores have those really cool Star Wars toys. Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm gonna do something like that with him. It's gonna be a bit flat. Let me just get the basic lay in and feel for it, and then I might actually just play around with a few poses. So Zartan's our first guy. Zartan. What's up, G.I. Gary? Welcome to the party, Samuel Foley. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Lieutenant Falcon. Oh, good. I've also got a Lieutenant Falcon 87 here, courtesy of Mr. Andrew Creech. That toy has also been very close to me today. I was thinking of giving him a bit of a run. Okay, this is a sad Zartan. Okay, but like I said, I'm just warming up, so just give me a few seconds just to get a feel here. Sort of liking this kind of. It's just a bit of a sketchy whatever's. Just give him that look. Okay, oh, that's a bit boring. Okay, let's start doing it. Let's get real. I'm making growly sounds because I want emotion to come through in my drawing. I want Zartan to look sinister. So let's get him looking sort of downwards. Ears. Okay, let's get him. He's got that hood thing. Yeah, now something's happening. Something's happening. I love it. This is cool. So I'm just busy trying to get like the basic landmarks in here. Just getting a feel for stuff. Knowing me, I'll probably like sort of make this a bit less opaque and then go over and do like a bit of an ink. I want him to look intense. Let's give him a bit of that happening. Wow, this is actually coming out way cooler than the other one. Should give him a smoke. There we go. There we go. Let's see, maybe I might take out the pupils. I'll see how I feel. I just want to see if I can get this looking good. Wow, yeah, this is looking very cool. Well, I mean, I'm floating my own boat here, but but it's just a rough lay-in. The hardest part about any hooded character is like doing this piece here of the hood, like the back of the hood. Because it can always go like kind of bad, like you can always kind of go a little bit flattish with it. And it's also something that like I'm sure you guys have noticed in the toys, they also sometimes struggle to get it right in the toys. So whenever they get it right, I'm always like sort of secretly happy. I don't know if I want his ears to be shown, but let's see. Open that up. For those of you guys that do illustrate, you're going to see some of my little tricks that I like to do. So like here, I like to go into a color overlay on Photoshop and set it to like blue. And then I drop the opacity, so it's kind of like blue pencil. Wow, I missed a lot of chatter. Nice, guys. Congratulations. I still need a vintage Zartan for my collection. I can't believe the prices on him, though. My word, it's insane. You did a Gary's got a 6-pack of Troopers. Very nice, dude. Metalhead. Oh, dude. Metalhead is great. Is that the oh, I'm sorry, man, about the backpack, Gary. That's unfortunate. I have a secret soft spot for Metalhead. Samuel Farley, I have all my G.I. Joes on my dresser, and I can see Ace, Ripcord, Clutch, Short Fuse, Steeler, Cover Girl, nice, Thunder, cool, Flash, Jinx, General Hawk version 2 from 86. Ah, nice one. Crankcase, Falcon, and Leatherneck. Okay, so we've got quite a few Falcons in today's chat, so I think I'm going to have to definitely do a Falcon. That's got to happen. Cool. Nice. Okay, yeah. Sometimes splitting a box of toys is actually really a good idea. It's something we kind of did a little bit, Stephen and I, during the modern era side of things, when the not so much 25th anniversary, but more the Pursuit of Cobra. We did a bit of that. Well, to be fair, I was buying case lots, and sometimes I was getting 2 snake eyes or whatever, and I thought Stephen would be interested in having one. So, so I'm zooming in here for your excitement and amusement, just so you can see what's going on. And then, yeah, so I think I'm definitely going to stick with a bit of an animated style. It just feels right tonight, so I don't want to mess with my juju too much. You know, normally these things are an hour long, but, you know, let's see how this all goes. Maybe we can make it a little bit longer. I might want to do some color. Could be fun to watch. I'll make it as I'll make it as interesting as I can. Get this. It's always a tricky part to draw on a guy. Lips, because if I give him like full-on lips, he's like, "Hey, I'm Zartan." But if I take those away, then he's like, "It's Zartan. I like grape soda and giant gems." Some serious eyebrowage going on here. Boom. So now that I've got everybody, and I don't know if you guys heard me earlier because of the audio issues. So last week, last live stream, I did a bit of a jetpack design for the classified series of figures. I'm sure some of you remember that. If you guys don't, you're welcome to check out the other video. But I got some very good news. So my buddy and I, we have sort of started a small venture when it comes to toys and things. And yeah, we're going to put that jetpack into production. Now, I would love to have it by the end of October. But I also am very scared of saying that right now. So don't hold me to it. But the idea is to try and get it out preferably before the end of the year. That's just because I'm very excited to put a jetpack on my Duke, my classified Duke. But it's going to have a few surprises, so I hope you guys are excited about that. So that's, if you guys don't know what that is, it's the final design for the lunge. So I'm going to put that into production. And I'm actually curious, now that I've got all of you guys here, I'm going to do a modern era version, which is a smaller version, and if I get enough requests, maybe we can alter the back plug to fit a vintage figure. Although, to be very honest with you, I don't think the aesthetic of it will suit a vintage figure. So I'd rather try to keep it in the vein of classified and modern era, to be honest with you guys. But that said, how much do you guys expect to pay for something like that? Like a cool add-on that has got some modular functionality. Modular meaning it's going to have some swap out parts and things. I'm of course just asking in general what you guys think something like that is worth, because obviously I want to give it to the Patreons and things like that at the very, very low price of free. But they will be prototypes, so you know, there is that side of things. That's what I'd like to do. I'm just working out the material costs and stuff. But yeah, in general, when I do the final production version, what do you guys think that should go for? Let's see what you guys say. Okay. Then cheap. G.I. Gary, I have a secret hollow point for Metalhead. Nice. Hey, Kato's collection. Samuel Fowler. Also have Sergeant Slaughter, Beachhead, Scoop, Dusty, Spirit, and Freedom. Scoop again. Snake Eyes and Timber V2 from 85. Flint, Lady J, the Baroness, Cobra Officer, Destro. Ooh, that makes 2 Destros. I also have a Destro with me. His Driver, Airborne, and Wild Bill. Awesome. Love the jetpack idea. Thanks, Kato. Gonna make that happen. Like, so exciting. How long have I been collecting and recollecting? So officially my collection started when I was, 5 years old. I got my first G.I. Joe that was pretty much sci-fi. It's sci-fi, and then not too long after that I got Deep Six. So it's sci-fi, the green one, and Deep Six, the orange helmeted one. And yeah, then I just bought all the toys when I was a kid. And then, you know, I went through a mad customizing phase with my buddy, and then a lot of my Joes ended up being custom fodder, and so I lost a lot of them. And then I lamented that and used to have nightmares or dreams of walking into shops and just finding G.I. Joes and the pegs and things like that. And then skip a few years into the future, so in my sort of early 20s, I sort of ran into, Steven and I became friends. We met each other. And the G.I. Joe movie had just come out. So I was buying the G.I. Joe movie figures, and I was actually quite excited about them. And then through my excitement, I actually found that I found a seller who had like 25th anniversary stuff. So I would say I've been collecting pretty much since the first G.I. Joe movie came out. That would be when I started recollecting. So yeah, so that's, I hope that answers your question. Jetpack is dope. Cool. Oh, it's totally happening. Casual, dude, thank you very much. I'll take that as a compliment. What I can recommend is if you do want to draw, I would say just draw and start having fun. Like, you know, G.I. Joes are something that helped me learn how to draw when I was younger. I used to like take toys and draw them up, and then I also used to draw video game characters. And then most notably Sonic, actually. And Street Fighter characters. And anyway, but like find stuff that you like designs and stuff of characters you like, and then start just drawing them. And don't worry about how good you are. Just draw and sort of start getting yourself to a point where you start feeling a little bit happy about what you're doing, and just pump yourself up a little bit. Like, go, okay, cool, this time I want to make the hands better, or I want to make the face more realistic, or whatever. There's I mean, that sounds so much easier than it actually is, but then at the same time it is a mind over matter thing. So I mean, it's not easy. But it's also not as difficult as trigonometry is for me. I mean, I can't do trigonometry for shit. I mean, for poo. Forget I said a bad word. Anyway, so just gonna Zartan up my Zartan. Oh, cool. You've been Sam's been collecting since March of 2019. Dude, good. I'm glad, because like, you know, this hobby is awesome and there's so many cool toys on offer. I'm actually kind of jealous of anybody who starts now, because it's like you just discover this gold mine of just awesomeness. $35. Wow, okay, that's actually quite good. I'll be honest with you, that's a bit higher than I was thinking of offering. I was thinking of going a little bit lower than that. Casual toy collector asks, what mouse or what pen do I use? I use what's called a Wacom Intuos. This one was from 2008 that I use. It's the Intuos 4. It's a very sturdy drawing tablet. I love it. It's been with me for years. It's old faithful. But you can also look at tablets like the Hue Ion range of tablets, which are quite a bit cheaper. Also, if buying a drawing tablet seems a little bit stupid, but having something like an iPad seems like a smarter idea, then maybe look at an iPad actually and get yourself an Apple Pencil, and there's some great options there. In fact, I think for the next live stream, I'm actually going to stream off an iPad, just to keep it fun and interesting. Okay, I'm nearly done with this Zartan. I just want to give him some tone. I'm keeping this very flat and sketchy, guys, just because it's fun. And I want to get to some other characters. I don't want to get too stuck on Zartan, because I love Zartan and I can get here for like a long while. Let's see what else. Thanks, Casual Toy Collector, I appreciate it. Drawing hands and feet are the devil. Yes, they are, because they are very much their own species. I find what helps me when I draw them is to think of them as a character, as opposed to like thinking of them as just hands. And so when you're thinking of drawing a character, you know, you think of drawing a character's arms and legs and head and all that stuff. So think of that when you're drawing hands, because they have just as much expressive quality as a whole body does, believe it or not. A lot of our emotions are conveyed that way, so not a bad way to think of it, actually. I have a Hue Ion. Yeah, dude, Hue Ions are great. I hear very good things. I thankfully have got a Wacom. I say thankfully just because I got it back in the day when, you know, I could afford it. Well, when I say when I could afford it, I saved up quite a lot for it, and I've just was very fortunate in that I've never needed to buy another drawing tablet because it's really seen me through. The only issue I had is I broke the pen, so I had to buy a replacement pen for it, which was like funny. Pull break stuff. Yeah, dude, Samuel, I think going for your favorites is always the best. But yeah, including making of DVD of the jetpack itself. So Magnificent Kaboom, that is a great idea. What's cool about that is a huge bulk of its creation process is actually in the live stream. And so that is actually quite special. I'll ask Jared very nicely if he doesn't mind doing a screen recording or two of the 3D making process and of the printing process. And I am thinking of doing about 20 or so painted prototypes, painted versions. So for those of you guys who don't want to paint your own, I'll do some painted ones for you. I've just decided I'm going to actually lay in some color quickly here on Zartan. So bear with me here quickly. I am going to be a bit cheeky with this. I'm going to set it to multiply. This is like a very basic. This is like kind of the thing that I do if I've got character rushes that I've got to send through to a client and they just literally want to just see what kind of colors we're looking at doing. So I'm doing that version of this quickly. So sorry it's not too glamorous, but I'm trying to keep speed here. Good. I'm glad that I got the right color first time. First time, every time. What else have we got here? Trigonometry does help with engineering, and that is why the world is very happy that I'm not an engineer. Because aside from the fact that I think I am at least 100th Dr. Mindbender, because there was a part of me that thought maybe I should be a dentist, and I have got a little bit of mad scientist in me. I think it's really safe that I'm not an engineer. So hail Cobra. I mean, $20 to $25. That's kind of what I was thinking with that. I see a lot of guys offering similar stuff to what I want to do. So yeah. So, and then obviously I'll try to make the first batch like quite special. Like I'll put in something to make it special. But it's unfortunately not just up to me. It's also up to Jared. So I have to see how he feels about things. I wonder if he's on the stream. He might be watching. He might be busy with a client work. Gaz, I think you enjoy drawing quite a bit, so what I'm doing here is just, if you're wondering, before if you feel inclined to ask, and if anybody's wondering why are you swashing on purple, purple is just such a great color for shadows. I love it a lot, and when you use things like Photoshop and stuff, it works so well with overlay and with multiply to create a very sort of natural looking cool shadow. And if you see what I'm doing here, you can see what I mean by that. Okay, cool. So I'm going to quickly scroll up the post because I just need to see some G.I. Joes and see who I'm going to draw next. I've got a feeling it's Falcon, but I'm kind of also itching to do a Destro. So let's see. I also wish one of these videos you could please do art of the vehicles. Sam, I'd love to. I am a little bit scared of doing vehicles. It's not my forte. But I will definitely keep that in mind. So I'll just put it here. Do a vehicle next time. I would prefer, if possible, just to avoid jets. I know it sounds like it sounds like I'm like chickening out, but jets are very challenging, and you guys are gonna sit here watch me plot out a whole bunch of perspectives. So maybe if I do something like that, I'll sort of do a rough-in. And then I'll just detail it as we're chatting. So that's an idea. Yes, Gary, that is... G.I. Gary goes, also do a video eventually for customizing or painting. So, I've got some very good news for you there, bud. Bart Simon and Jim Godfrey and I haven't spoken to JD or Brian yet, but I have written up a series for customizing videos, and we're doing them. So I'm going to try and see if I can have them happen in October, because we've been collecting quite a bit of stuff to do. But Bart is definitely on board, and Jim Godfrey is definitely on board, and I am myself, and yeah, we're just trying to think of like some good angles, or I'm trying to think of some good angles as I'm writing that portion of the show. So yeah, so I think we'll split ourselves up into different disciplines. I'll get Bart is damn good with like kit bashing and stuff, and Jim is all round amazing, but he definitely excels in scratch building and adding to things. So we want to try and see where all of our strengths come in. And me, like, I just spend too much money on model paints and then figure I have to use them eventually. So yeah, so we'll see something hopefully come out of that. Cobra Claw. Oh yeah, okay, Stalker. Ryan, I can totally do a Stalker. Let me see if anybody else has got a Stalker with him today in their hands. I know Sam brought a whole bunch of toys to this, so he brought toys to an art fight, which is great. Hawk version 2 from 86, Steeler, Falcon. Okay guys, it looks like it might actually be Falcon. Okay, I'm gonna save Falcon because I'm gonna draw him in my head first, and see how I'm gonna do it. But I have got a Destro, and I have got a Destro with me, so I'm gonna quickly just do a Destro just because I want to just yeah, I just want to get that out of my system quickly. So let me draw him, but I'll try to make it fun. So I'm gonna try and do like 2 versions of him. So I'm gonna do this with his head and do like that kind of shape, see what that gets me. Okay. Because like I said, I'm feeling the Toon vibe tonight. I'm totally feeling the Toon vibes. And then I'm going to do this one. So I always do construction. I know there's a lot of artists who are like, oh, you know, you practice the construction, you can see it in your head and stuff. And I'm like, oh, those gunshots? No. Okay. All good. South Africa's great. So let's get this going on here. Let's get that brow. Boom. Gets a bit of a Destro version here. I am, like I said, thinking of how I'm going to do Falcon. I actually want to pull up some ref of somebody else I think would be great for Falcon. So, random question. What was the best part of everybody's day today? Like... Footloose. Brian Shearer. Yeah, that'll definitely be something. Ryan, at this point, I'm drawing it in black and white, so it's anybody's guess. Ryan asked, am I going to do a silver head Destro or a gold head Destro? So at this point, it's kind of like, let me see. I can actually do both because of the magic of technology. So, well, I don't know if I like how this is going. It's feeling a little bit... Anyway, let's see. Let's not be too hard. I wonder if I should go like Man in the Iron Mask hard nose for Destro, or if I should go for like, you know, the painted silver head feeling. I'll see how that feels. This is just a lay-in, so maybe I'll find a middle ground between the two. Okay, I'm kind of feeling that, but that's not going to be how the final's going to look. It's definitely going to go past that. My deal, Baron. Oh wait, no, that's Mindbender. My deal. No, I can't voice tonight. I'm using too much art brain. Let's see. Let's give him like a stone head here. Give him beady eyes for this. Big nose. I always feel like whoever they get to play Destro shouldn't always be the same guy to voice him, because I think Liam Neeson would do like a great voice for Destro. Like he would be able to deliver such a cool performance if they ever like considered him. I would love Liam Neeson as Destro. Get that ear down a bit, it's sitting a bit high. I am also one of the few people who really loves Pimp Daddy Destro. Especially the classified version. I couldn't be more happy with that toy. It's the one variation that's come out that I've been like, wow, I'm very happy that exists. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. So I just want to take 2 seconds to check out the chat, guys, so apologize. I'll definitely consider the Brian Shearer thing, totally. Okay, Magnificent Kaboom. From the outside looking in, the best approach to art could be to steal someone else's work and then change it enough so that they can't come after you. You know, you're kind of onto a thing there. There's a fantastic book called Steal Like an Artist. It talks about that. It talks about how you can copy other people as much as you want, but if you learn how to steal artistically, then what you're doing is you're learning how to capture that essence of what that illustrator, artist, sculptor, engineer, whatever it does, and then it comes into your work. Or you know, you might practice it. You might like say, oh wow, I really love J. Scott Campbell's line art. I really love the way he stylizes women. And so you draw his woman, you draw anatomy the way he does, and you keep doing that. And eventually what ends up happening is when you start drawing subconsciously, you'll draw in a style that sort of is reminiscent of J. Scott Campbell's, but it won't be J. Scott Campbell's, so it will have its own twist. And to give a very good idea of that is John Royal. John Royal has this fantastic, dynamic, bombastic art style that is very similar to J. Scott Campbell's. And in fact, I think he's starting to like edge this other, hit this point where he's starting to, at least in my eyes, push out J. Scott Campbell a little bit for me, because he does some incredible stuff, and I'm always inspired by John Royal's work. And I am always inspired by J. Scott Campbell. I'm a huge fan of Danger Girl, for example. And yeah, and so that finds its way in your work, and some people will like look at your work and they'll sort of see it, and yeah, essentially you've stolen it, you know, because you know, you're going to draw things and you're going to draw them in the way that you love drawing them, right? So yeah, I like GI. Okay, so oh, you really got the boys' attention with the gunshots. I'm sorry, Glenn. It could be, you know, the thing is, I live by quite a long road, so sometimes guys also do street racing, and sometimes it's the backfires, and the backfire and the gunshots have a very similar report, so I apologize. I've got to give him a Don Johnson vibe for Falcon. Yeah, definitely, and I'm actually going to pull up a Don Johnson shot when I do that. That's kind of what I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, cool, man. Classified Snake Eyes and Destro are great toys, and I don't want to spoil my review too much, but like I love Snake Eyes, but I think he can be a little bit better. But Destro, ooh, chef's kiss, beautiful toy, absolutely beautiful toy, love it. It just commands so much attention. It's so great. Best part of my day right now, of course, shot Gaz, thank you. Sean Connery as Destro. Yeah, I can see that working. I can see that working. I just feel Sean Connery maybe is a little bit too cheeky, but hey, you know, I can picture that. I can see that working totally. Magnificent Kaboom. Will G.I. Joburg have an Action Force toy line? The voice of Destro was also in the film Network. Interesting. Will we have a toy line? Without saying too much, Kaboom, I'm not just doing the jetpack for fun. Let's put it that way. Still Rob Liefeld. No. Okay, well, so confession time. When I was younger, I used to love a lot of Rob Liefeld's work. I know, no. But I can tell you now, I never learned how to draw hands from the man. I always used to just love his guns. So, like, I used to love the like, sort of ridiculousness of his guns and the sort of just how big things were. and it definitely, like, I gotta say, Rob Liefeld's work when I was younger definitely helped me make my characters go from like skinny little, like, you know, superhero kind of dude like this, you know, like, yeah, I got muscles. He definitely started making me feel like I should do this more with my characters, you know, like create this kind of feel, you know, when I was doing stuff. So, you know, to his credit, he did this, but I must say Todd McFarlane was a much better art teacher for me than Rob Liefeld was. But Rob Liefeld did have a small part to play in my artistic development as a kid. He was very famous, and I did enjoy X Factor when I was younger, so, you know, the man has a following. And he did invent Deadpool, so, and Cable, to be fair, and Cable's one of the best things that ever happened to the X-Men. So Deadpool, well, that's debatable. Early 2000s, I think Deadpool was the best thing to happen to Marvel. Now I'm like, I think they should kill him off like Wolverine. Give us a break from him so that we can have some other characters do cool stuff. Check this dome. This is great. And I think what would be great here is to give him some kind of like, yeah, those kind of details, and then pop them in like this. Yeah, there we go. That's looking cool. As you can see, I'm doing these kind of more confident strokes now because I've actually worked out a lot of what I want to do dynamically here. I'm starting to think maybe I should do like a draw along with Paul, like a Bob Ross kind of thing. Like, you know, happy little his tanks. Let's draw some happy little his tanks. Okay. Happy little his tanks. Yeah, happy little his tanks on a happy hill. Okay. It's a happy motor launcher. It's super happy. Look at that. You know, it's just out for the day. You know, that dude is so cool. Anyway, I'll leave my happy his tank there. Playing on iPads while watching you draw and now asking for an Apple Pen. I'm so sorry, Glenn. Yeah, man. You know, get them a box of Crayola first. No, I'm kidding. Encourage them to draw on paper. Guys, there's nothing wrong with drawing on paper. Drawing on paper is good. Makes you it turns you into a more decisive artist. There's too much undos in technology. Makes you question yourself too much. Technology is great. Digital is an awesome medium. I love it, but it has got its shortcomings. I'm very thankful that I've got like 20 kilograms of paper stored in my study with drawings and sketches that I did as a kid and teenager, and I'm giving him this just because the sort of toy always has it. Ooh, you know what was really surprising for me today? I saw it on Facebook. You know they've done those G.I. Joe statues. They're like they're made out of plastic, but when you see them on like Big Bad Toy Store and stuff, it's always like a 3D render of them. And to me, they're not super attractive, but they're like $56. And I was like mildly curious about them because I think that Cobra Command is just stunning. Anyway, I saw a picture. Somebody actually bought one and posted pictures of it. And I gotta say, dudes, those things are actually pretty cool. They're really great. And they're very much like Sunbow. So if you like Sunbow, they are totally there. Anyway, what else? My original 82 Stalker figure is sitting in my APC between Gung Ho and Doc. Oh, good to know, because I also need that toy, so if I sneak over to your house, that's where I'll look for a Stalker. Have you checked out Dave Finch? I love Dave Finch's channel. Dave Finch is a hero in my eyes. He worked on a comic book I used to love. Actually, I would still love it if they carried on with it. It was called Aphrodite 9. Long ago, it was kind of his debut. Well, that was his like independent debut. Love that book, love that character. So cool to see his artistic journey and how far he's come. Wow, that Destro came out nicely here. Even if I do say so myself. I'm actually just going to leave the other one. I'm just going to keep the toon version. I think he looks badass. I should actually save this. Livestream 2. Cool. I have the 25th anniversary. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, that's always safer. Like, always put the stuff you're willing to lose out. No, I'm kidding. Ryan's like, what are you laughing at, Ryan? Are you laughing at the fact that, oh, cool. Thank you, Gary. He sees a lot of Brian Gallant and, Brian Shearer and Gallant in my stuff. Thank you very much, man. That's actually quite a compliment. Damn. Yeah, I used to have a very, like, strong Jim Lee kind of kick as well to my work at one point. Okay, so I'm just getting a picture of Don Johnson quickly. So excuse me for 2 seconds. Let me kill that. Let's see, Don Johnson. Maybe I should Google search off screen just in case, you know, because safe search is not on. Okay, that's a bit old. Oh, maybe I should do like retired Falcon. Let's go younger. Younger. Don Johnson. Just grabbing a cool picture of Don Johnson. I think I found one I like. I'm just gonna save it to wherever. Downloads, I guess. And then I'm actually gonna pull up the ref on the image. So let's see what we got here. Hopefully Photoshop doesn't crash. Okay, that's good. Okay, so there we got a sterling shot of Don Johnson. Oopsie. Okay, so we got some destro happening. So guys, when it comes to like this kind of style of drawing, like doing likenesses and stuff, I have a way that I like to do it. Now I've got a creature running outside my room. Oh, it's a cat. Okay. I have like a way of doing this, so it's not like a conventional way, but it works for me. And I'm not going to get the likeness absolutely down, at least not here. But let's see what we can do. I mean, I'm talking myself out of it, but you know, the power of positivity. Now I have to actually get a picture of Falcon. I'm gonna slope the hat a bit. I don't know. Let's see. I'm like, Paul's making a mess. Where's pencils? Digital pencils. 102 Miami Vice DJ. With Happy His Tank, I was thinking of Destro playing with these toys. Oh, those is a happy. I'm still stuck on Mindbender. I'm more like, I want to play with my His Tank. No, that's like Count Dracula. Blah. Let's get some. I'm still keeping this very sketchy and very sort of insecure, as it were. Get this line in here. Wow, it's actually really kind of looking like Falcon. My word. Imagine that. Because I'm like using cues from Mr. Johnson over here. Mr. Johnson. That's kind of funny. Like, I'm sure people ripped him off about that before he became famous. And then they were like, instead of it being like, haha, Mr. Johnson. Not that there's anything wrong with the surname Johnson. I think it's actually very cool. And Don Johnson is very cool. But anyway, this is his Nash Bridges days. Speaking of Don Johnson, I've been listening to Crockett's theme quite a bit this past week. Such a cool piece of synth there. Look at Miami Vice. Yeah, I saw a bit of Miami Vice there, but the hair was too big. I mean, the man's got killer hair. I'm super jealous. But this is looking a bit Flint-like. I might have to like soften this. Insubordination. Okay, I'm not going to entirely get that nose right. I know this. I'm just going to accept it. Accept it. Okay, what's happening here? Let's see what's up on the chat box. 1 his tank. 2 his tanks. Gary, nice. Yeah, I dig Nash Bridges Don Johnson. He's cool. And I only realized too late that it was him, so I'm just gonna play it down. Thanks, man. For the Destro comment, I appreciate it. Nice, Andrew. Congratulations on your Destro. Such a great toy. Yeah, I get that with vintage figures. I'm kind of the same, but then, you know, Steven's like a good bad influence for that. So he always like sort of convinces me to take my toys out, and then I go, oh yeah, I should totally do take my toys out, and then I shoot footage for like Blazing Sands, and then I'm like, I'm gonna bend Duke's knee, and then a chip pops off it, and I'm like, oh, that was great. But don't let me scare you there. Vintage toys are actually a lot of fun to play with. But they do come with a bit of TLC. You do need to be a bit softer with them, you know, a bit more careful in some respects, I feel. Actually, I've been getting quite a lot of joy out of Firefly lately. Just had, you know, because I've been like quite busy with work stuff, so I haven't had a chance to like sit down and really do much with my collection. But I pulled Firefly out. I've actually been re-O-ringing all of my Joes, and I had Firefly on the desk, and I was like, oh cool, you know, at least I don't need to put a new O-ring into you. And then he fell in half. He was beside himself. So yeah. So anyway, so I've had him on the desk here because I recently fixed him and I was playing with it. And then the other 2 figures I still have here from doing a bit of video submission for Hooded Cobra Commander's one of his what's it called, Cobra Convergence videos. Yeah, I've definitely stumbled into the difficult territory of making Falcon a little bit older, so maybe he's kind of like hit that sort of Duke stage, Flint stage, I would say, because I would imagine that like if G.I. Joe the cartoon had to sort of carry on with Sunbow, well, I'd like to think this way, but I would like to think that maybe Falcon, as he sort of started tightening up and becoming like a proper soldier, he would become kind of a hybrid of sort of Duke and Flint in a lot of ways. That makes him cool. I know Troy quite likes Falcon, so it's nice to see that there's some Falcon love here tonight. Let's see. What else have we got? 6-inch has killed my 4-inch interest. That's what she said. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Sorry. I'm actually having quite a bit of trouble photographing 6-inch Joes, actually. Like, there is a sort of a mystique to the 3/4 inch and modern era Joes that sort of, you know, people like, if you look at photos of them, you kind of just mentally you fill in a lot of stuff with your imagination. But because the 6-inch Joes have got such a great level of detail and stuff, you do definitely need to work a little bit harder if you want to get a bit of toy photography down. So yeah, but yeah, I'm that's kind of weird, Gary. Like, but then again, I mean, how many years have you had with vintage Joes and modern era Joes? I think you've earned I think it's fair to say you've earned the right to love 6-inch Joes more than 4-inch Joes right now, because you have been a collector for a long time, you know, and like, yeah. So no, I'm definitely gonna do the beret for this. Let me just grab my Falcon quickly. So I can just get this looking kind of cool. It's looking a little bit flint, I'm not gonna lie. My favorite Falcon is actually the Sideshow Falcon, and I know that that is blasphemy for some of you. I don't want it to look like Chef Boyardee here. So let's see if I can get... Oh, these beret things are always like so difficult to draw, so I'm sorry that mine suck. But and then he is a airborne, hey? No, it's not airborne, he's a ranger. Isn't he? What is Falcon again? He's a ranger. Somebody put me out of my misery. Okay, now I've got to ink this, because that actually came out pretty cool. So let's hide that. Let's keep those. No, let's get that out of the equation. No, let's keep that, because I want that mess there. Soften this a little bit. Make this black. And ready to attack. The 6-inch are on point. Yeah, no, they definitely are great. I mean, I think for the price point, I think they are very good. I think $20 gets you a solid figure, solid toy, with a not bad paint job. Yeah, no, they're cool. I still have a lot of love for 4-inch, but I think Hasbro has... Well, you heard my thoughts on the retro line on the podcast, for those of you guys who listen to it, so you can hear my rant there. Although that Scarlet is looking pretty sweet, I won't lie, and I would love to see what they... if anybody's got the Destro in hand from the retro collection, I'd love to know if that's better than the 50th anniversary one that they did, because that toy's design is so cool. But I mean, to put you guys into perspective, when I got mine, he actually had 2 right arms, so 2 right upper arms, which was just stupid. Like, that's a stupid mistake. But then, you know, to be fair, it's one of the few times I've actually had a like an error in any toy that I've bought, so that's just luck of the draw, I guess. It was also, I think, the last new G.I. Joe product I bought from BBTS. That would be the end of my like run of G.I. Joe purchasing from that time. So, due to various reasons. Let's see what's happening. The problem with Falcon, if he ages too much, he becomes a major. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, he is a Green Beret, yeah. Yeah. But you see, that's kind of something about, like, that is just so interesting, because if you read him, if you take him from a file card point of view, he is too cool, actually. You know, he's actually a really cool character. He's really dangerous and you know, on point. The Deke series did a lot to, I'd say, besmirch his character, and I know that a lot of guys actually really like, you know, love the Deke show. Steven is actually one of them. He loves it. I don't have the same love for the Deke animation series. I really felt that they took Falcon to the toilet in that show. Just aside from the whole drugs are bad thing, and they are, but you know, aside from that whole thing, I just didn't like the fact that they made him such an idiot. Actually, I thought that was unnecessary, unwanted. Yeah, this has ended up looking a bit more Flint. I'm sorry, guys. It feels more Flint to me, but I'm just gonna run with it because I really like it. So Green Berets are Delta, if I'm not mistaken. I think. You know, the right guy to ask for this is Bart. Bart, Simon, where are you? Why aren't you watching my live stream? You. Okay, so you can play this two ways. This is either old Falcon or still Flint. Oh, you know what would definitely sell him as Falcon though, to be fair? The neckerchief. That'll help. That'll go a long way to making him more Falcon-esque. Yeah! Ears are a bit big, but I'll get over it. No time to correct. Just gonna keep some Joe stuff going. Okay, so that actually ended up pretty good. Yay me. I'm gonna save that quickly. Okay, what else? Hey! What's up, Cujo? Welcome to the party, dude. I hope it's good. It seems Falcon was always being grilled hard in both the Sunbow and Deke series. This is, sorry guys, Samuel Fowley says, it seems Falcon was always being grilled hard in both the Sunbow and Deke series because in G.I. Joe the movie, you know how he abandoned his guard post in the, and was a drug addict in the Deke series. Yeah, that's true, yeah, that was the whole thing. Yeah, Gary, I don't blame you, dude. If I was watching the Deke series on TV, it would have upset me quite a bit as a kid. And the comic books, well, you can't go wrong with the comic books. I mean, when I was younger, we used to get the comic books from one specific news agent, and it was around that time where all the brainwashing was going on, and the one cover was Snake Eyes fighting Cobra Commander, and you know, the amount of speculation my buddy and I would go through with all of that, and it was really exciting. But also, thankfully, never tainted by the Deke series, because we just didn't get the cartoon here in South Africa, really. So I never really saw it. So I'm lucky that Deke is something that I can appreciate now in hindsight. Not that I love it, but I can still appreciate it for what it is. Just how a lot of us can appreciate G.I. Joe Extreme a bit more now, versus maybe when it came out. I don't think a lot of us gave it the credit it deserved. So yeah, let's see what else is happening. Oh, okay, thanks guys. You reckon it's definitely Old Falcon. Okay, that's cool. Cool. Cujo is partying it up with the gang in the chat box. Cuj, I'm sorry my dude, I keep forgetting about you in Facebook. I actually didn't go the extra mile and tweet this because my tweet game is terrible. But I did post it on YouTube, so I was hoping that, like, you know, the YouTube post would get somewhere. Okay, so now I'm thinking, what's next? What's next? We've got a few minutes. I'm gonna tune it up because it's the quickest way I can get a character rendition out. So who do we want? Hit me up with some nostalgia for it's great, but yeah, exactly, Kato. It's like, it's just got its like thing. It's like, it's cool for what it is, but it's not cool. You know. Oh, hopefully for the next live stream, I should be able to get my hands on a capture card, so then you can actually see me when I do these. Would that be fun? I don't know. We have a little me in the corner and like making hand gestures and stuff. Or maybe I'll focus it on the tablet when I'm drawing or something, or have some kind of angle going. I don't know. Maybe I'll have it focus on some toys or something. Maybe, you know, I'll get Celia to sit here with me and she can like do some play motion with the toys or something. I don't know. Scrap Iron. Have I got anybody else other than Scrap Iron? I'm joking, guys. But I just want to keep this democratic, you know. Robo Joe, actually not a bad idea. But I've got to tune him up. I'm gonna tune it. So I'm just gonna quickly take everything I've done here, pop it in here, duplicate that. Kill this, squash this, hopefully it doesn't break anything. I'm just going to make these a little bit smaller, just so I have some space to draw on this board. I'm going to put Nash Bridges away there, because his season is finished now. Robo Joe. Yeah, okay. Robo Joe. Let's do it. MC in the house. Yeah. Cujo. MC is in the house. You know who's not in the house? Is Steven. But Steven's at his house sleeping because he's got work. And time zones are a thing. Okay, let's get Robo Joe. I miss my Robo Joe toy. That was a cool figure. It's a love-hate relationship with me and that toy. I'm so bummed that I missed out on that podcast with Dragon Fortress. Because I think him and I would have just waxed lyrical about Robo Joe ad nauseum. It would have caused great consternation for people. Okay, I'm just trying to get a good shot of his face here from the toy. I want to try and get like a toy interpretation here. So, Robo Joe head. Robo Joe head. Images. Wow, somebody did like a custom here and he looks like a Borg. Actually, now that I think about it, he does actually look like a Borg. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit artistic on this one, as in like, I'm going to get really like cyberpunk on this. So, let's see. Oh yeah, Armored Cobra Commander, because he's like so easy to draw. Man, that is like the most... I can't believe that thing's actual 3D shape, I must be honest. It's so difficult to sort of get down. Okay, so... how do I want to do this? Let me do another one here. Let me try to see if I can get like... this happening. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see. I said toon style, but then plans changed. Cujo and I still need to actually do a live drawing stream together as well. Wouldn't you guys dig that? I think that would be fun to do. I know Cujo would love to do that. I'd actually like to do it as well. I think it'd be very cool. Maybe you guys can watch me do some edits on Black Book pages, because I think that's the only time I'll really get to do them during a live stream. Okay, but this needs to get like insane now. So Robo Joe is a tortured soul, half machine, half G.I. Joe, all action. Him and what's that other dude, that other creep? You know what? If I think about it, Robo Joe's like nemesis is actually what's his overkill? Bats attack. Yeah. So should like take out. Okay, now we're gonna start getting real here. As I like to say, it's gonna get real. Oh, thank you, Kato. Kato's dropped $5. Okay, so gonna do that. Gary, that's partially my fault, if you're wondering. There's some like art thingies and like some changes and tweaks that I have to get around to on that book. I've just been like super busy with real work and with G.I. Joburg stuff. But yeah, but I mean that's my contribution to things. I don't know what Cujo's gonna say now. Let's see. Okay, I'm just getting like really sketchadoodle here with Robo Joe. I'm gonna totally give him that like half hairstyle thing that he's got. I'm just gonna give it a bit of a like one of those comb over. Yeah, there we go. See, I want to get it a bit cyberpunk looking. Give him some cable-ness. Actually, I think we need a modern version of Robo Joe. I think this is a character that has a lot of depth to be explored. I think... I say that, and then, you know, just now the G.I. Joe Transformers crossover, like he's the leader of G.I. Joe or something, and then I'm going to feel really, really bad when everybody throws popcorn at the screen. Like, no! Why, Paul? Why did you put that idea in Hasbro's collective minds? No. Oh, that's kind of looking cool, actually. Let's see. Let's soften this a bit. Boom. Let's get in there. Let's do some damage. Cooge, I think you need to put Robo Joe in a future installment of the Black Book. Like, I think he needs to be there. Like, he's the ghost in the machine. Like, my whole idea behind this character, in my mind, how it plays out is that, like, he could be a dude that was, like, working on AI and super technology, like cybernetic technology and exoskeletons, etc., etc. And he couldn't get, like, government funding, and so then he turned to Cobra. And, you know, like, he's the guy that actually invented the true prototype for the bat, and, like, Destro or whatever sort of intervened and stole that and then, like, repurposed it. But this guy could have, like, downloaded his consciousness into a computer. Yeah, I know. But he did. And then what happened is he secretly built himself a new body. And that could be a thing. Let's make him look less BURG. Could be fun. And then he's like, ends up being like the Joe's like hacker, you know. So he's boots on the ground and like a tactical kind of dude. Get that ear a bit lower. What is it with me and these high ears? Sorry for the dead air. I'm just concentrating a little bit on the drawing side and giving you guys a chance to actually talk and ask questions and stuff. I think the way I do this plate design on here needs to be designed a lot better. I'm just literally putting in kibble now. So it's all greeblies and whatever's. It's like I'm faking it. Which I suppose for a sketch right now is kind of okay. Because I'm literally just pulling this stuff out of my butt as I'm going. I don't have any kind of good reference with me other than the actual toy. And the toy has a lot of like surfaces. What would be a cooler idea for an eye than... Oh, that could actually work. Make him look a bit like overkill. Give him one of these bad boys. And then... No, but now it looks like the lobulus. Lame. Okay, let's try this. Give him a normal eye. But it's gonna be blacked out like this. So we're tapping into a bit of 90s image comics here with my design here of stuff. And we got some cool assimilated little like Borgy kind of parts. Boom, 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 boom. Whatever's that's happening on him. We just get rid of that sketch behind him a little bit so we can actually see what we're doing. Oh, cheers, Glenn. Cool, man. Enjoy supper. And cheers, and thank you so much for checking out the stream. Really appreciate it. Hey, you guys be well. And as always, I love the support. Thank you. So a trick with hair is to try and make it like big shapes like this, and then like subdivide those shapes, but not like exactly in the middle. Like you don't want to like do that or do that. Okay, you want to kind of go like from, let's just say you want to go from here to like this. You kind of want to sort of, yeah, get it to break up into different pieces so that it has like a hierarchy. Once again, design hierarchies, it's a thing. Sorry if I'm a bit odd-splainy, but this is my extreme art stream. Cool. Get this in here a bit. Wow, I wish I could draw like this when I just feel like drawing. This live stream thing is really good for my art, actually. Let's give him a little bit of character. It can't always be perfect. Let's give him like some kind of module here. I'm gonna break up that shape. It's a bit too much. And I'm gonna get some shadow here. I'm gonna get a bit of this happening here. Ji-jing, jing, ji-jing. Ji-jing, jing, ji-jing. I was not expecting to draw RoboJoe today, I won't lie. But I'm so glad I am. Good idea. Give that man a belt. Okay, I'm gonna check the chats quickly. Very attractive RoboJoe headshot. Thank you, Gary. I'm also feeling it. I actually, you know, now that my buddy has sort of started a bit of a toy company, all of these ideas are like, that would be cool to do as a modern era head. It's a modern era replacement sculpt, you know, for somebody. If Bart hears this, he's gonna be like, yeah, I want one of those. At least that's the hope. Let's see, what else have we got? Hey, Matthew, what's up? Release the extreme. Extreme! Hey, Outback Stew's here as well. Thank you, Outback. Also, guys, is this timing for the live stream generally okay? This sort of, for me, it's 12 o'clock midnight. I think it works out to 5 o'clock in some areas in America and 6 o'clock in others in the afternoon. I hope I'm not messing up anybody's like plans for, you know, Chuck E. Cheese or something. Is Chuck E. Cheese actually still a thing? I don't know. I'm not American. I don't know. Wow, I dig that. That's cool. RoboJoe in the house. RoboJoe. Do. Put a bit more tick on him. I want to break this up more. Cooj, what do you think, dude? Is he looking cool? Is Cooj still with us? 7 p.m. here. Okay, cool. Yeah, guys, like that's something about America that freaks me out so much with the time zones, because like there's a West Coast and East Coast, and then like they like differ because of like daylight savings and all of that insane stuff that I actually have real trouble wrapping my head around, to be very honest. Math's not my superpower, seriously. But yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to keep this civil, because the other problem is like I am scared of streaming over other guys. Like I don't want to like compete for attention with guys like Michael Mercy, and I don't want to compete with guys like Hooded Cobra Commander, even though I think he's just taking a break for now. And And of course, I don't want to compete with Steven if he does like Joe and Joe stuff. So, you know, so. And this is just a good time for me. I like the every second week thing. It's solid, keeps me onto a routine. It's my special Joe time with BURG Force, and I love it. Okay, that's actually that's where it's at, and I'm actually gonna throw in some color there because I think it needs it. I think the first color I'm gonna hit it with is I'm gonna take this up. It's normally gold, hey? Yeah. So let's get that in there. I know this is green, but I'll amaze you in a second, I hope. Let's see who all is with us still. Quarter after 4, 6 Central. Outback Stew, yeah, man, we did a Zartan Outback. Yeah, we did. Thank you, Cooch. Appreciate them words, my man. Michael just shoots from the hip, doesn't seem to have a set time. Yeah, I was that guy too, but you know, I have to be responsible now. No, I'm joking. I just want to make it fun. Like, I want to, so that you guys always know that there's like an art stream or a live stream every second Friday. It's mostly going to be an art stream. Although I have got an idea, because I've got to repack my G.I. Joe shelf, and I'm wondering if you guys would want to be part of that journey. You know, and I can sort of just share my collection a little bit with you guys, and I can show you some stuff and maybe share a few stories with you guys on that. Yeah, I kind of like this because it keeps me like stuck to a routine. You know, I've got my BURG Force, you know, BURG Force is supporting us, and I want to make sure that there's something always special for people, you know, because they, you know, they want to support our channel, and I want to support our channel by being here for our fans. So, well, actually not fans, supporters, because fans are crazy people, supporters are people that help us build something. So, and okay, there we go. Got some cybernetics going on. Yeah, we've got some cybernetics. And I even did a little bit of rendering there, which I didn't expect to do. And if anybody's wondering what the brush is, because people do like to ask what the brush is, it's called Pencil Huey. It's by a guy called Hugh Tan, I think is his name. He's got these brushes for sale on ArtStation. I think it's cheap. It's like $5 or $6 for the pack. I literally only use 2 or 3 of them. It's his Huey inking brush, but I actually set this up so that I can actually also paint with it. So it works out for me. It's a cool color to go with that. I want to still keep it a bit cyber, you know. So, and he's got like basic hair, so I'm just gonna dark purple. Yeah, probably the way to go for this. Yeah. And yeah, so if you guys are wondering about that kind of stuff, but really at the end of the day, you can do a lot of damage with a basic Photoshop hard round set to pressure opacity. If you've got a tablet. So, words to live by. Let's give this dude some tone. Having some of the Joburg folks on my new live show tomorrow. That is correct, Kato. I am going to make a plan to be there, definitely. I am going to be at my girlfriend's house, but I am bringing a wireless router with me, so I should have enough bandwidth to join you guys. So that if something stupid happens, like I don't want to have a situation like last time, where internet has been a real issue. So yeah, that was one of the issues I had last time, and then the other thing is scheduling. Anyway, but yeah, Kato, I look forward to that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun, man. If you guys don't know, you can catch G.I. Joburg on Kato's it's your podcast, right? And we're going to be there, some of us, shooting some Joe chatter at each other. Okay, let's see. Friday this time is really cool and absolutely on the okay, so let me just start at the top here. Outback Stew says 7:15 here. Okay. Michael just shoots from the hip. Okay, I did that one. MC DJ ACDC. Fridays and this time is really cool and absolutely on the collection sharing. Okay, cool. I'll do that. Definitely love the collection vids. Excellent, Kato. I'll do so. So some customs if you have them. Yeah, we'll get into that. What software am I using? Resolute 123. I am currently using Photoshop for this stream today. I also like to bounce between an app called Clip Studio Pro or Clip Studio Paint, which is very, very good. It used to be known as Manga Studio. It's a great program. I just feel a bit more comfortable in Photoshop, but as we do more of these, I'll switch a bit. Another one I like to use is Sketchbook Pro, and I also like to use Procreate on iPad. Having some of the Joburg folks on my live show tomorrow. That's right, that's what I was mentioning earlier, Kato, so that's pretty cool. Friday night is good. Haven't been able to record in 6 weeks now. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. My son thinks you're doing a good job. Oh, thank you, Gary's son. Always cool to hear cool words, man. Are you yourself an artist? I'm very curious. Resolute 123, do I have an online portfolio? Yes, I do. You can find me under in ArtStation. Just type my name. It's Paul Loebscher. So you can find me on ArtStation. And draw a zombie artback. Okay, but this has really got to be the last drawing for the evening, because yeah, because the ninjas are coming out to do assassinations and stuff. No, I'm joking, but like that's kind of cool as well. Okay, so I'm gonna do an artback, but before I do that, while I'm all on this whole like gold crunch, let's quickly, as per request, get Destro looking good. Okay, that's where his line work is, so let's pop that there so I don't squidge all over him. Okay, let's get in there. Yeah, I went the Pimp Daddy route, and I'm not even sorry. You know what, like, the only thing about, like, Pimp Daddy Destro that just doesn't make sense to me, I don't think Pimp Daddy Destro would ever, like, pimp slap, you know, a hoe. I think he's too much of a gentleman, actually, to be fair. No, that's why I think he's more like Dr. Detroit. And I kind of had this conversation, I think, Ryan, was it you that laughed at me, or was it Cody that laughed at me? And I posted that on our Facebook group, on our, yeah, somebody was like, had a good laugh out of that one. Because if you guys don't know, and I'm sure maybe you guys know much better than I do, but Dr. Detroit was that Dan Aykroyd movie from like the 80s where he becomes like a pimp. And it's great. So I don't want to do too much here. Actually, no, I'm going to flat color this. It's actually easier. I'm going to give him like a good yellowy, whoa, that's quite an insane yellow. Let's go a bit more. No, that's even more insane. Ooh. There we go. Okay. So a bit of that quickly. Oh, thanks, Gaz. Yeah, casual. It happens. Drawing is the one thing I am pretty fast at sometimes. So, yeah. Maybe just do a bit of this and a bit of that on him. And a little bit of this and a little bit of that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Cool. Okay, Outback, Outback. Zombie Outback. I nearly said Outback Stew Zombie. Okay, let's get zombie. Let's make that darker. Yeah. Okay. Need the headband. I hope this is on its own layer. Cool. Thank goodness. Okay, this is either going to look like Zombie Outback or Zombie Santa. Either way, it's going to come out pretty... It's going to be something. So, okay, let's get some hair here. Also for I just realized I actually totally forgot about this. Resolute 123. I actually also have a DeviantArt page, but it's like super old. So I got a lot of my older stuff there. I don't hate it. That's why I haven't ever closed it. And there are some GI Joe shots in there as well. I did some GI Joe art there long ago. I was just trying out different things. This is gonna be more like cartoony here, sitting here in the corner. Brains. So I try to find a random prompt generator because what I wanted to do is get you guys to bring some toys. Tell me what your toys were. Whoever had the most of one toy, then I would draw that, right? That's kind of what the idea was. But then I was going to use a random prompt generator to let's give him a minute. I was going to use like a random prompt generator to give it a theme. So like if the random prompt generator said something cool like zombie, then I would do like a zombie Zartan or something. But Halloween is coming up, so maybe it would be fun to do some horror versions of G.I. Joe characters. I'm actually thinking like try and do like a werewolf of somebody, and I promise I won't draw Crocmaster because, you know, I like Crocmaster and he's easy to get scary looking. So yeah, so but yeah, that underdrawing needs to be much lighter. It's getting in my way. I actually just wanted the underdrawing for a feeling. On the topic of zombies, how much is a what do they call them? Zombie viper. I wonder how much those things go for these days. Because, yeah, that's a hot commodity, I think. Yeah, PDD makes no sense in series, but the figure's fantastically weird. Yeah, that's kind of what's beautiful about him. Kato's collection says PDD, Pimp Daddy Destro, makes no sense in series, but the figure is fantastically weird. Yeah, I think that's the whole beauty of it, because I don't know if you know the story behind that. It's kind of a misprint. You know, I think the Argentinian version of that came out that way, and then it was never called Pimp Daddy Destro. It sort of just became that. Yeah, so that's like as far as I know what the story is. But anyway, I could make that totally work. I can imagine like Pimp Daddy Destro is kind of like an alias that he uses, like he's like goes to like these like Dodge you know, nightclubs to meet like prospective you know, weapons buyers or whatever, and then he's like, you know, ain't no thing, and like, it ain't no thing, ha ha ha, and then Baroness is like, oh, how gallant. So anyway, yeah, anyway, what else is there? PD Destro, Dr. Detroit is a, oh yeah, soundtrack by Devo, Magnificent Kaboom. Totally, man. You know, whip it good, dude. Whip it good. Anyway, it's actually another cool Devo track, and I can't think of the name. Devo song. Damn, it's a cool song. They actually used it on the Watchmen series. I love that song. Anyway, G.I. Gary says, Dr. Detroit is a deep cut. I remember the beginning very well. Devo's theme and Aykroyd making a trance service sexually. Matthew Comstock says, PD Destro is so overkill. Gold IG Destro definitely makes Pimpin' look easy. Dude, I gotta agree. That is my all-time favorite Destro figure, bar none, is the gold Destro with his regal red cape, his awesome sword, and you know, the spoiler. Oh, such a great toy. Love it. Love that design. Was always like, my stew's getting a little bit like Hills of Eyes here. Sorry. And yeah, so anyway, so like I dig that design because it makes a lot of sense, and it was so cool that he was in the video game as a boss, like specifically that version, and I love that. And yeah, so great. Steven's only really enjoying him now, so you know. That was like one thing. That was like a priority of mine when I was in the States. When we got to Kokomo Toys, that was like the one toy. I was like, I must have that Destro. So I got the spoiler at least. No, it's a good day. I don't know how much of this looks like Outback, but it definitely has zombie going for it. So let's go with that. This is like it's kind of feeling a bit like Tex Hex. Trying to give him like bad teeth. And you know, generally I'm actually okay with zombies. Like I love drawing dead things. I love drawing dead things. That's why I'm the weird kid in school. I got the side of the headband makes it look cooler or worse. That's awesome. This ear has to be clipped a little bit, like, yeah, there we go. So like, you know, like it's been bitten like off, like, you know, some zombie viper bit his ear off. He's still gonna have some stash. This is what happens when I don't draw with a structure. I just go. Make sense of something here. Yeah, well that's where the beard's ending. Sorry, folks. Okay, but now that I'm giving him hair, it's actually bringing some shape to the whole thing. And I'm totally giving him this Boris Becker, well, Andre Agassi kind of mullet thing. Okay. I'm gonna do this. I want to do one more pass of this. Actually gonna make him blue. Okay, but I promise this really has to be like the last drawing. For the evening. And I'm gonna use an ink brush for this. This one. Ooh, look at that! It's so sexy. Okay, how's the chat book looking? Dr. Detroit. Pump Daddy is Destro in Vegas at the Mars Trade Show. Yeah, definitely. Wait, hold on. Somebody said something about Baroness there. It was quite funny. Magnificent Kaboom. Art-Stream Extreme with Paul. Top shelf. Pimp Daddy Destro would open the door for Baroness. Yes, he would, because he is cool like that. Guys, chivalry is not dead. Wouldn't mind connecting with a... Resolute123, wouldn't mind connecting with a fellow artist if you don't mind. Been out of the game for a while. Resolute123, you're welcome. I've got a Facebook page. It's called The Art of Paul Lobsher. Find me on there. I've got a group. You can add yourself there. You can follow me, and then you're welcome to send me, hit me up in the DMs and whatever. I also have an Instagram. It's p.l_art. If you want to check that out, you can also hit me up there if you need to. Always happy. Zombie, Cobra, Law, Royal Guards, MC, that is genius. But I can't, and I'm very tempted, because I've actually got my Royal Guard right here with me, the one that you sent, and man, I love this toy. And I think that would be a great thing, and I think I'm going to save that for the next live stream, actually. I'm sorry, I'm just reading some more comments. Average is $45 plus. Okay, so that's actually not bad. I thought he would be going for a lot more than that. That's MC DJ ACDC is just commenting on the price of the Cobra Zombie Troop. Anyway, forgot the name already. That's how bad I am today. But yeah, $45, that's actually not bad. Outback Stew, videos on G.I. Joburg with a horror vibe. I really want to do that, and I think Halloween is the best time to do that. It's going to be a monster mash. Yeah, I think it works out. Let me just check the calendar quickly and just see how this all goes down. So this is Saturday, so... Well, Saturday for me now, but this is Friday, so next Friday. Oh, guys, you're lucky. So the 23rd... I can do a live stream on the 23rd, and maybe I can do a special one for Halloween. On the 30th. So I'll do 2 live streams in a row there. I'll do like the monster one for that. So I'll save up monster stuff. So maybe we will hype this one up a little bit and get some monster ideas together. Go really nuts on that. So maybe I'm gonna see if I can make a game out of that. And then the 23rd is the one before my birthday. So that could be fun. We're going to be going into my birthday together. Perhaps. There's a trend on YouTube, 10 styles of X characters. So say Destro in the style of Simpsons, Dragon Ball, Family Guy, etc. Kato's collection says. Yeah, that could be fun to do. I should actually do that. I should really get around to doing that. Maybe I should do that for the next live stream. I don't know. I'm thinking of ideas. Will we get another Joburg Halloween Find Your Fate story? Cujo, if you're still here, yeah, that would be great. I'd love that. Casual toy collector. Security are like, no way, dude. Maybe. It is cool. Thank you, Stu. You sick fudge brain. I think that's what he means when he says F with lots of dots. Gaz, are you sure you don't just want to do one more, say, Xandar? Oh, I'm tempted, man. And I must say, if I'm going to do one more, it would be that zombie gross version of a Cobra La Royal Guard, because I think that could go quite far. What was your Facebook group again? It's the Art of Paul Loubser. So that's my full name, Paul Loubser, Loubser. If you guys want, I will drop it in the comments. If you want to find it. Sorry, how do you spell your last name? Resolute, it's Lou. I'll spell it at the bottom here for you guys in the chat. So it's Paul Loubser. So that's, and then so Art of Paul Loubser on FB, and p.l_art on Insta. So yeah, you can check that one out. Yarr. Okay, it's actually kind of like pirate zombie art back. Okay, but let me see what I can do here. I'm thinking of this as like my practice run for, actually gotta switch that off. Yeah, I'm thinking of this as my practice run for like when we do the Halloween episode, which I think could be like really cool. Actually, I want this eye to be like super dead. I don't want there to be a pupil, so I'm just gonna do that, and then start putting in these, like, you know, those cool little zombie shapes, like these little monstery things. And then I'm gonna get some muscle and stuff tearing in here. This nose is completely gross and broken. Nice. Oh, you know who blew me away this week as well was Brian Hatch. He did this picture of these two F-16s, and one of them is flying inverted. Oh, it's on the Facebook group. Go and check it out. It is too cool. I had to share it. I love that. And as somebody who's just sort of started getting into photography myself, wow, I've got to say, I love that. Cool. Okay, so so now we're inking this thing. Let's see how this is coming along. Pump Daddy Paul Loubser representing. Yeah, dude, I gotta like keep it real here. Hey, it's like quite gangster here in Joburg. Gotta be like smart, bro. Yeah, like lank cool, you know. Wanted to throw in a bit of fours there. In South Africa, it's like ride or die, hey? Yeah. Really appreciate these videos and all that Joburg does. Thank you, gentlemen. Can't wait for the next animated series Joburg does. Same here, Andrew. We are like, Steve has got his hands full with life at the moment, and to be fair, Steve normally doesn't have his hands full with life, so we're just giving him a chance to get his creative muscles back. I am actually shooting a little bit of play motion stuff here and there. I'm building it up. So yeah, I just actually had the misfortune of the camera, like I bought a cheap camera just to make my life easier, so I don't always have to use my cell phone. And then that thing died on me. So yeah, so I've just had to sort that out. But I have been shooting some stuff. I've got a story in mind, like that battle android thing that I mentioned earlier, or the bats thing. Yeah, that's kind of an idea for a story I've been messing around with. I mean, just shooting some footage of the bat. Spoiler alert, a lot of my stuff will be done with modern era Joes for a change. Just because I don't have all of the cast members I want as vintage Joes. So, actually got to use lots of like this kind of shaping. Oh, thanks, Gaz. Much appreciated, dude. Also, guys, Dustin Cordish, who is also a BURG supporter, he came up to me recently with some great story ideas that he wants to do, but that might end up, that looks like it could be like a really cool collaboration event with all of us again. So I'll keep you guys up to date with that. So yeah, this is kind of getting there. It's like, sorry, just like doing all of that spotting, which is when you fill in like big areas with black ink. It's just getting a bit like boring there. So I just wanted to just change it up a bit. So yeah, Dustin is great, eh? Actually, it's quite interesting. There's quite a few Dustins. So like when I mention it, I have to like actually say his surname, because we've got Dustin McCoy as well, and we've got Dustin Cordish, and we've got Dustin, aka Dragon Fortress, and like, so we got a lot of Dustins, and they all do like really cool stuff, you know. And then we got Cody, and we got Cobra, you know, like, yeah. So we got like lots of really cool guys to do stuff with. But I would love to do another backyard battle. Maybe this time make it a little bit less random, and you know, maybe give you guys a scene to shoot and see if you guys can do it. I don't know, I'm sort of playing around with some ideas at the moment. Because yeah, that was fun. That was like a lot of fun. The editing was a bit crazy, but it all came down in the end. Let's give him, like, there we go. Like, the one piece I did not expect to spend this much time on was Zombie Stew. I mean, Zombie Outback. Stew's got me brainwashed, hey? Like, he's Outback stewing everything, and so now I can't, like, I struggle to separate Stew from Outback. Sorry, you're gonna hear a lot of like dong 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 coming through the mic because of this that I'm doing here. Okay, so thankfully the what you call it's reading well through there. The mouth is reading. It's coming across. Stu, are you satisfied? Are you entertained? Still needs that mallet though. It's like, it's not Outback without a mallet. For me anyway. There's a dream toy one day. One day, guys, all of this hard work will pay off and I will be a millionaire or something. If that's still worth being in the future, and I will buy myself a Tiger Force Outback. I'll be like 80. I'll be like, it's so good to finally have a Tiger Force Outback. It'll probably be like, you know, frozen and like in suspended plexiglass, because that's the only way you would be able to preserve toys or something by that point. It'll be like 2060 or something ridiculous. Once again, my maths is bad. Yeah, Dustin Cordish, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Found your contact info. Sending an email. My name is Dave, and I've been doing some of the logo characters for Retro Blasting and Analog Toys. Pleased to meet your acquaintance. Rock and roll, Dave. What's up, man? Stu is very happy. Adelios, what's up, man? Sorry if I missed you earlier. And yes, it's a zombie. Hello, everybody. Adelios says, what's up from Spain? Okay, I can't just leave it like this. You know I can't. You know I can't. Like, no, I've got to do this. Let's get some EC horror feel in the coloring here. Guys, remember EC horror? I'm sure you guys do. Like, we used to get them, but they weren't called EC horror. They were all like through like other imprints and stuff. But I love horror stuff. I think Cooge and myself are definitely the torchbearers for horror in the G.I. Joburg crew. Love horror. Love zombies. Love monsters. Hate Funko Pops. I don't know where that came from. Oh man, this is cool. I think this is going to be a shirt. If Teespring can actually ship to people, that's kind of been an issue, I believe. So. Wish I could make those shirts cheaper. I think I can actually. Sorry, I'm just thinking in my mind, how can I make the merch cooler? Don't know if I told you guys, I did a shirt the one day and I was like all excited and then I got flagged for it. So I couldn't like release it. So it like took all the wind out of my sails with doing new t-shirts because I was like, well, if they're gonna flag me for doing something that isn't even like related to G.I. Joe. Well, it was related to G.I. Joe, but it was so like abstract. So I'm just gonna do this one. I'll just call it like Drunk Hipster. Yeah. Don't love a John Drugs ball. Man, that's cool. Yeah, I think I've got to make this a t-shirt. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, Delios, I'm using Photoshop. It just might look a bit different because of how I've set mine up. So. Yes, the Python pattern shirt. Andrew, you're very right. I managed to get just one out in time for that one gentleman, and I was so excited to make it like available for everybody else, and then it got flagged like in minutes. I was actually surprised because, like, forgive me if I'm wrong here, but that's not like really a trademarkable pattern, you know? Like, it's just whatever. But I understand why they were so protective of it, because I see that there's a whole range of like apparel that's just come out that's like full of G.I. Joe stuff that looks really great. Some of it's actually really cool. So I can see that. So in a weird way, it's like kind of a positive. But I'll just find smart ways to do stuff that's G.I. Joe related without it infringing or capitalizing too much on their trademark. Because I mean, like, I respect the trademark. I love the brand. So yeah, I think that applies to, yeah, just make them like that. Yeah, there we go. That actually reads much better. Oh no, nobody's obsolete, Delios. Don't get down on yourself, my man. Definitely get a Robo Joe shirt. I just have to figure out how to make that look cool. I can't just have like a head on a shirt, can I? Is that something people would like? And guess, and the fan club grows. Nice, Andrew. Gentlemans, And gentle ladies, if there are some in the comments that haven't maybe commented, thank you so much for spending a pretty rad 2 hours with me. This was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And I managed to get some cool artwork out. As usual, you'll be able to catch the stream once it's sort of done its whole YouTube thing, and then I'll post it as soon as it's ready. And as usual, guys, peace, love, rock and roll, and yo Joburg, my super cool dudes. And I will catch you not next week, but the following. I'll catch you on the 23rd. I'll catch you on the 23rd. So let's make that awesome. Once again, guys, be cool, be safe, be awesome. I love you all, and thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate it. And death by pogo, yes. Yes, madam. Oh. Cool. And end stream.